Dude, this playoff run is getting frustrating. It's like they're not getting anywhere. Yeah, it's like they're running on a treadmill. What would you know about running on a treadmill?
Boom! You ready? Big news. What? Seriously?
No pigs yet.
What? What was he doing? Wow! Bring him on. Beautiful.
Put down the sword! Oh, I can't. My fat hands won't let go. Leafs lose 4-3 to the New York Islanders in overtime. And you know what? The regulation loss to Chicago, that sucked. But despite getting the point from OT, this loss was infinitely more frustrating. The Hawks, yeah, sometimes you lose to the Stanley Cup champions, actually. But getting outplayed and outworked by the Islanders when you're this close to a playoff spot that late in the season, brutal. And this is when you go, yeah, but the Islanders have been playing well lately. True that. But the Leafs didn't even kind of look like the better team in this one. Outshot, outbattled, outworked, repeatedly losing key battles in front of the net, not taking advantage of any of the power plays. And maybe you think I'm overreacting, but given the context of the game, I put it up there with the 7-0 loss to the Rangers, even though the Leafs were able to come back in this one and tie it 3 times. Phaneuf not doing the best job on Zenon Konopka, who is a warrior. He scores his second of the season, 1-0 Islanders. Warrior or not, you don't let Konopka that close to the net, and you certainly don't let him score. Luckily, about 30 seconds later, Mike Brown and Tim Brent battling. Keith Ali scores his first of his career. So chalk one up for both teams. Neither of those guys are supposed to score. But now Muhammad Ali has his first NHL goal. The champ is here! Later in the second, we get to see a very underrated player in Franz Nielsen, who is a playmaker, score a goal of his own to put the Islanders back up 2-1. Assist to McDonald and Okposo. Crazy thing about that goal statistically, the Isles only have 5+ players. 3 of them were involved in this goal. Not long after, however, a couple of the players I actually liked in this game. Colby Armstrong working hard in the corner, digs the puck out and gets it in front. Timmy Brent finishes the job, buries the puck, and it's a 2-2 game. Brent's second point of the game. My thing with Timmy Brent, I love him defensively, and you know what? He's shown it. He can do some things offensively too. However, I don't think he's the kind of player you put on the point on a power play or ever. Certainly don't mind seeing a guy like him battling hard in front, because he actually will. And speaking of battling, Matt Martin getting a partial breakaway on the Maple Leafs. Dion Phaneuf hooks him, and apparently that's a penalty shot. After Reimer makes an amazing save, by the way. The whole time I'm just thinking, if Martin scores on this one, because was that a 2-minute penalty? Yeah. But was that a penalty shot? Not a great attempt, and Reimer stops it. And now we pause. Brett Lebda and Mike Komisarek, awful coverage on the second goal. Komisarek totally just getting outworked and letting his man go, but at very least he was in the replay. Lebda, no. So Lebda gets benched. And he waits, and he waits, and he waits, and they're showing these heartbreaking shots of him. He's about to climb over the bench, and nope, sit back down. Just looks like he's sitting there thinking, I have a Stanley Cup. Finally, third period, Ron Wilson goes, it's your time to shine, Brett. And he did, because the red light reflected off his helmet. Michael Grabner, rookie, but you don't leave him alone in front, his 27th of the season. The Isles are up 3-2. And Lebda finishes with 8 minutes and 12 seconds of ice time, second last to only Jay Rosehill and a -2. Now, it's unfair to blame everything on Lebda. All I'm saying is after a game like that, be ready for Philly. Luckily, a minute and 8 seconds later, the newly formed line of Mikhail Grabowski, Phil Kessel, and Nikolai Kulemin go to work. Nikolai Kulemin working away, banging away. He scores his 25th of the season and it's tied, which means the Leafs could have up to 3 30-goal scorers this season and still stink offensively. So the Leafs managed to bring an OT. James Reimer faces 37 shots, and the Leafs at least get a point. Great news, because Buffalo lost. So they're 4 points back, could be 3 by the end of the game. Overtime, Martinic with the blast, Reimer gloves it, ow! Reimer has his hand looked at by the trainers, and everyone's going, oh no. But Reimer's fine, calm down. And it was great, because Reimer's so friendly, and after the game, he's got this big thing of ice on his hand. He's like, no, I'm fine, I'm honestly fine. Which is hilarious, because he's so nice, and James Reimer, what he meant to say was, yeah, I'm okay, but that hurt like a son of a b. He would never say that. So right now, with the Islanders outplaying the Leafs, I'm just hoping for a shootout, because personally, I give the Leafs the advantage. But Martinic cranks it again. Como tips it, top corner, Reimer, no shot. Isles win it. You know, getting 1 point in this situation is like, it's like all you want for Christmas is an iPod. Christmas finally comes around, you go under the tree, you find a present with your name on it, you tear it open the box, and it's a Discman. And it's like, oh yeah, can't wait to be seen on public transit with this. Listen to my Jay-Z and Linkin Park CD from grade 10. And you know what? It's something, but it's not the something you wanted. All at the same time, if they beat Philly, they could be 2 points back. And if they beat Buffalo on my birthday, please, if you could do that, that'd be wonderful. They could be tied for the 8th and final playoff spot. So before I get to what I want to end the video with, I might as well ask you guys the same thing I do every video now. Can they? Last but not least, everyone in hockey is talking about this right now. The Zdeno Chara hit on Max Pacioretty. Chara with the late hit on Pacioretty, sending him flying into the turnbuckle, knocking Pacioretty out cold. Now forget about the hit for a second. Why am I able to use the term turnbuckle? This isn't the WWE, but you guys have all seen the hit. What do you think? Because my opinion on it kind of goes in stages. Was it interference? Yes. Was it vicious enough to warrant the 5-minute major and the game misconduct? Yes. Is it worth the suspension? Yeah, I think it is actually. Now, how much of a suspension, I couldn't tell you. And while I do think Zdeno Chara knew what he was doing, I don't think he meant to do it quite like that. But you look at some of the stuff people have gotten suspended for, that is a suspension. What do you think? I posted the video on stevedangle.com, and directly under the video there's a poll, and you can vote on what you think should happen. The poll's been up since last night. About 70% of people think there should be a suspension, but that number's dropping. Have your say. So that's it for me. Like my page or add me as a friend on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Add me on Tumblr. Or most importantly, add me on leafspace.com. And I'll see you next time as the Leafs take on the Flyers at home.